Greetings, friends. This is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive reading for the Grids of Light on Thursday, April 7th. Today's reading is concerning the new moon in Aries, the Aries new moon, which happened earlier this morning, 4:24 a.m. on April 7th. And we're going to start today with the tarot card for Aries, which is the Emperor. And I want to say a little bit about the significance of this card and the teachings of this card related to the opportunities that you are experiencing in your life right now and in the days to come. As you can see, the card is super fiery. And this is an expression of the fire and vitality of Aries. And this moon is initiating, in a sense, a brand new year, a new cycle of time that begins with your ability to connect with your own inner fire, with your courage, with potential, with inspiration, with the fuel of your inner flame and the strength and will that you bring from your essence to the world. There's a potential for brand new beginnings every year when we step into the month of Aries, and especially this year with this new moon. The astrology chart for today's moon indicates a huge release of the potential of power. And this power is related to your ability to really step into your life in new ways and experience new capacities and new skills and new tools and new perspectives and new visions of what's possible. So with this new beginning comes an expansion. There's always a necessary release that goes along with a huge expansion. And so what I want to do today is share another important aspect of the Emperor, which is the Fool. And if you know Tarot, you know that the Fool is the number 0 and holds the potential of all of the cards. It represents new beginnings. As the 0, it's also the 22nd card of the Major Arcana. And so when I work with certain aspects of the Emperor, I also invoke the Fool, because 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4, which is the number of the Emperor. And so in this way, we say that the Fool is actually part of the Emperor constellation and one of the principles of authentic power and leadership in the world. And this is the ability to have courage and embrace pure, new, unlimited form, pure potential in all of the adventure and curiosity and excitement and eagerness of that. So every year in Aries, there's this infusion of power and vitality that goes along with the expansion of new beginnings. And so the shadow side of this expansion is the fear of chaos, or the experience of disorder that leads you to feel ungrounded. And so what I want you to know is that there's support right now for huge infusion of spiritual support and support from the universe. There's a really powerful synchronicity in today's chart, and that is that the planet most strongly associated with the form of spiritual support and creativity in today's chart is Uranus, and it's really strongly aspected to support transformation of new beginnings and new forms of power and authenticity related to this moon. And it turns out that Uranus is the card associated with the Fool. So it's doubly indicated today, and I just want you to know that the more you can access in the coming days, the more you can access your own natural inspiration and vitality and eagerness, and also embracing of the unknown, embracing of disorder even, where it appears in your life, knowing that it's opening up possibilities for new creations. The more you can embrace all of that and bring your awareness to your own grounding, your own embodiment, your own centeredness, the more you can be available to the new opportunities. So this, in a sense, really is the reading for today, the understanding of this support that we have, and also this dance between the order and courage and embodiment of the Emperor, which is 4, which represents grounding, and the open, new, pure potential of the Fool, and the way they are both those principles and archetypes of your higher self are supporting you right now. Okay, so with that, let's dive into the spread, which has super unusual and really powerful synchronicity that you're going to see in a moment here. So the card all the way to the left in the position of circumstances is the Hanged Man. Now the Hanged Man also is a card of alchemy as is the Fool. The Fool represents the element air as well as Uranus. The Hanged Man represents Neptune and the element of water. And this is a card of transcendence and surrender and release. In the position of circumstances, this is saying that what's really important for you right now is to just be available fully to whatever shows up. So release as much as possible, release your attachment to agendas of what is supposed to happen or what is supposed to be or what should be, and be available to what is. And in this way, you will be able to receive the potentials that are coming and are all around you. And this is expressed here very powerfully with the Queen of Discs, which is one of the two power cards for embodiment. Well, actually there are four. But the Queen represents your capacity to enter inner mastery in the realm of earth and be grounded and embodied from within. She represents your ability to fully be and to care for yourself, to hold awareness to who you are and to your natural ability to be present, to connect with wisdom and trust, and to ground and to take care of yourself. In the position of awareness, this is a message to know that everything is well, to know that you are, you have the capacity to be grounded and confident and to use your tools. So to ground and be solid and trust in the new worlds that you are creating. That's what she's doing, is creating new worlds. And then in the position of spirit today is the Knight of Discs. This is, I haven't ever seen this happen in a spread where they both appear in such a strong way and also at the new moon. So the Knight of Discs in spirit is the master manifester in the world. So the Queen manifests from within. She's the beer. And the Knight manifests from without. He's the becomer. And he's the master of action and complete confidence and trust in his ability to create in his life. So he knows how to master and create health and abundance, all forms of prosperity, all forms of care around work and home, and every aspect of the material realm he has confidence about. And there's even a quality of rest in the card because his horse is grazing. There's a quality of just being. This being of the Queen is brought to the Knight in the sense of knowing the right action and the strength and courage, but it's not through stress or strife. It's through full participation. And so there's an amazing expression here in the realm of spirit that you have the ability through these capacities and with the strength of Aries and this month of vitality to connect with new levels of mastery within yourself. This is your higher self coming into new embodiment in your life. So super powerful spread. I always draw another card just because I'm curious if there's an extra message, although this feels so complete. And the extra message, the fourth card, was the Knight of Wands, which is another aspect of mastery and very much expressing the vitality of Aries, as you can see, all the fire. So what this spread of embodiment is leading to is your ability to really step into your power and experience this vitality from a place of feeling nurtured, experiencing confidence. It won't be burnout. It will be really participating in co-creation in an amazing new way. And then there was a little voice that said, there's one more message, and it's the Wealth card. which absolutely is an expression of this mastery of the Queen and King of Discs. The Wealth card is the Ten of Discs and represents an abundance of material well-being in all aspects and the ability to fully receive and fully give and participate in new energy and new life. Those of you who work with Hermetic Kabbalah know that the Ten of Discs leads to the Ace of Wands, and so there's a beautiful relationship between the Knight and the Ten of Discs, the Knight of Wands, because when we are fully participating in the abundance of this material realm, we give and offer the wealth, and it leads to new energy and new life and new vitality, which is all the fire of the Knight of Wands. So really beautiful spread today and a really exciting message for this new time. So along with this gift and burst of power and vitality, there can be, and just remember that there can be an experience of disorder this month, and not to have fear around that. Surrender, be available to the trust that you have in being held and supported, and know that whatever shows up is perfect. It's one of my favorite mantras right now, is when I experience something unexpected and I can start to be frustrated or go into a little bit of stress, I just say to myself, this is all perfect as it is. And I take a breath and hold space for whatever's unfolding that I wasn't expecting. So that's a practice that you can hold with this Hanged Man in your life. Just be available and trust that it's perfect, whatever's shown up, and then you'll be able to really participate in this amazing new gift of life and vitality that we're all receiving. So happy spring for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere who are listening and watching this video. And happy autumn to our friends in the Southern Hemisphere who are experiencing their own new burst of life and vitality with the autumnal equinox. And we're all here as one, and I send blessings to all of you listening and wish you a really wonderful month. And I'll be in touch again in a couple of weeks with the full moon. This is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive reading for the Grids of Light.